what is taking place in Israel. The death toll has mounted to more than 3,200 people as the conflict between Israel and Hamas continues. Remember, viewers, earlier Hamas terrorists had in fact launched a barrage of rockets against Israel. Their terrorists had also infiltrated the country and had gunned down innocent civilians, including children, women and the elderly, who were specifically targeted, abducted and murdered in a cold-blooded manner. Tales of horror have been emerging over the past 1 week, and the conflict has now entered the 8th day. Meanwhile, Gaza is under siege from Israel due to retaliatory strikes that are taking place against Hamas terrorists. There are certain other key developments. Yesterday night, sirens were sounded in Tel Aviv and nearby cities as Hamas had resumed rocket fire in central Israel. Meanwhile, it's a two-pronged attack that is taking place against Israel. Hamas, of course, firing rockets from the Gaza Strip, and Hezbollah attacking Israel from Lebanon in the north. Even as we cover all these developments, NewsX is on the ground in Israel, bringing you the latest updates. My colleague Akshit Gupta has been continuously filing reports showing the military mobilization as well as the rocket strikes that are taking place. He is joining us on the broadcast at this point from the war zone. Akshit, at the very outset, I would like to ask you that Hamas has resumed rocket fire in central Israel last night. What more can you share about the situation?
Continuing since the day one of the war, because in Tel Aviv also, in Sderot also, in Ashkelon also, the rocket fires have been going, and in central Israel also. And when we were visiting yesterday to Sderot also, so in front of our car only, the car of IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, had to bear the brunt of the rocket fire because their window panes were broken. Of course, the rocket hit the road, and the impact was, also felt by the shops nearby. So, of course, the rocket fire has been continuing, and it is also advisable that when there is any kind of rocket fire, so one can, lie down on the road or can rush to the safe shelter, which is advisable by the government also, and of course by the IDF also. But yes, the rocket fires, have been going all over the country.
To the capture of Hamas terrorists, have you learned anything about that? And what information regarding the terrorist activities have been shared by the IDF?
Well, Israeli Defense Forces and Hamas, they both have been locking horns over the course of time since the day one of the war, and it's the 8th day of the war. Of course, IDF also, has been capturing Hamas militants. So, of course, because the battle is, intensifying. Of course, the videos have also been surfacing online. Because on the day one also we saw how the IDF, captured some of the Hamas militants, but Hamas militants also perhaps, have held hostages. Some people have been held as hostages, more than 150 people. So, of course, that is also a point of concern for the Israeli government and of course the IDF. But yes, they have put out all the stops. They are leaving no stone unturned to, capture, to regain control over the Gaza Strip. Yes.
And what is the latest information do you have regarding the number of people who have been killed and injured in the war?
Well, yes, of course, when we talk about the latest, then more than 3,500 people have already lost their lives in this, disastrous, devastating conflict between Israel and, Hamas, because it's a decades-long conflict. And when we talk to people also, they also say that, they have been bearing the brunt of this conflict for decades, and now they are very much scared and they want peace to be established. But yes, many people have already lost their lives, and of course, many have, many are also wounded. Of course, the treatments are also going in hospitals. We have also visited some of the hospitals also, and perhaps some of the buildings of the hospitals have also been attacked. So, of course, there is panic, there is chaos in the whole country, in the whole Israel, and of course, it remains to be seen, because the time will only tell as to how and what action is taken by IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, to actually regain control over the Gaza Strip.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.